Hello ladies and gents, this is Andrew, and today I will be looking at Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion, and I will give you my thoughts on the game and on whether or not I recommend it. This review will not have 7s or 8.5s or 6.785 out of 10 scores or anything like that. Just a simple yes or no. With that out of the way, let's begin! First things first, all footage you will be seeing for this review was directly recorded from my PlayStation 5 and will also be the platform this section will be primarily focused on. The game runs great, with it never dropping frames even once during my playtime below its 60 FPS target. The game is also set to target a 4K resolution, but usually in my experience would hang around between 1800p and 2160p, aka 4K. If you want more information on that, I would recommend giving a watch of Digital Foundry's tech review of the game. Loading time was a non-issue in this game. Whenever I would see a loading screen, it would be maybe 1-2 seconds at the very most I've ever seen. So that's a good thing in my book, super fast, but nevertheless, the game runs superb in my opinion. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion is a remaster of a prequel to Final Fantasy VII, though I would call it a remake due to the complete overhaul of the visuals, music, and the battle system being changed to be more like Final Fantasy VII Remake, but that's just my opinion. Which story starts up with the introduction of our protagonist, Zack Fair, a goofy and ADHD-having member of Soldier who dreams of becoming a great hero. Along with him, we are introduced to characters such as his mentor and fellow Soldier member, Angeal, that he has close bonds with. Boss and director of Soldier, Lazard, legendary Soldier member and icon to Zack, Sephiroth, and many others. During his journey to become a great hero, Zack will go through triumphs, failures, betrayals, and will broker new friendships that will make him wiser and stronger as he goes. Now that I've given a very low quality description of the story, what are my thoughts on it? Well, I really enjoyed the story. It was nice to know more about the organization of Soldier and its inner workings prior to the events of Final Fantasy VII. It was also cool to see the characters we knew from Final Fantasy VII, like Yuffie, the Turks, Aerith, Sephiroth, Cloud, and Tifa, and see what they were doing prior to the beginning of Final Fantasy VII. My one complaint though would be the fact that some of the spoken dialogue kinda had an inconsistency with its quality. This is mostly towards Zack's and Sephiroth's new actors, who sometimes seem to be just reading the script and not putting their all into it.
Angeal! Angeal!
My friend, do you fly away now? To a world that abhors you and I?
Shut up!
All that awaits
Shut
you
up! I'm
is a
warning you!
somber morrow.
Though this could be bad direction because I've seen scenes that both Caleb Pierce, the voice of Zack, and Tyler Hoechlin, the voice of Sephiroth, do a great job, so I know they're capable of doing better. Besides that, I would give Crisis Core a thumbs up and I would recommend the game to anyone interested for the story alone. So now that we know what my thoughts are on the story, what about the gameplay? Compared to the original, a lot of changes have been made for this remaster of Crisis Core. The first thing I will point out is the menus themselves, being made to match Final Fantasy VII's Remake's menu. There are a couple differences though. First things first being the missions menu, which are your side quests in the game that can be accessed when you are standing at a save point in the game. Most missions are unlocked as the story progresses, while some are unlocked via doing certain events or talking to specific people in the hub world. Most of these missions will be the standard kill quest with treasure chests sprinkled around each mission, though there are some that will be rematches against bosses encountered in the main story. Most missions will be a one-and-done deal and will get pretty repetitive after some time, but there are some mission lines that will have an overarching story to it. For example, this Shinra security captain who challenges you many times to prove that Soldier isn't needed to protect the general populace. Each time you complete a mission, the more this sub-story progresses, and eventually the captain admits that soldiers are needed by the people of the inn. This, alongside other mission lines, gives more life to the people of this world and provides good world building. Now, onto combat. The combat in the game is similar to Final Fantasy VII Remakes, whereas you have your standard normal attack combo and then special attacks that you can use throughout the battle. In Crisis Core, these special attacks called Materia can be activated with holding L1 and choosing a second button like cross, circle, triangle, square, and additionally later on in the story, R1 and R2. These materia can be found off of defeated enemies, found in chests, and created by combining materia in a process called materia fusion, which is also unlocked later on in the story. They then can be equipped onto Zack in the materia menu. Don't spam these abilities all the time though, as they take AP, which is pretty much MP but for your physical abilities. Something I noticed in my playtime of Crisis Core is that the later on your normal attack combo that you use your materia, the more damage that materia will do compared to just using it outright or early on in your combo. Another gameplay mechanic in the combat system is the DMW, aka the Digital Mind Wave, a slot machine-like system that allows you to use ultimate moves called limit breaks, obtained by creating bonds with characters throughout the story. Additionally, it also causes leveling up your materia, leveling up Zack, and giving temporary buffs in battle, like for example, reduced damage taken, infinite MP and AP, or outright just invincibility. This mechanic isn't needed to succeed in combat, but is pretty mighty helpful. This makes for an interesting combat system that kept me invested all the way towards the end of the game. I would definitely say I really enjoyed it. Crisis Core is an excellent remaster of an otherwise good game that is elevated by the updates to its combat, gameplay, performance, and visuals. Because of all these improvements, I can easily give Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion a full recommendation. Whether you are someone interested in JRPGs, in the Final Fantasy series, or the Final Fantasy VII universe specifically, I know that you would thoroughly enjoy it like I have. Thank you guys for listening to me ramble about a game I like, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye!